Hey, say what's happening, man. It's T.I.P. King Good. Hey, right now, man, I'm going to run down the songs off of Trouble Man to you, all right? The first track, the intro, is an eloquent way of saying fuck you to those who need to hear it the most. One thing that is certain about my life, for as long as I've known it, has been trouble. And that ain't nothing I'm shying away from. I'm embracing it, whether you like it or not. It made me better, not worse. So here we go. All right, man. So, these principles and these morals that I stand on, they're commonly referred to by many that I hold in high regard as a GCode, which means, man, there's certain things that you will do for whatever reason, and there's certain things that you won't do no matter what for whatever reason. I feel like it's not enough of that in this art form of ours today. I hold this very near and dear to my, to the soul of who I am as a man. And if it means something to me, you're going to hear it in my music. So here you have it, G Season. All right, man, next on the agenda is Trap Back Jumping. This is a record, man, produced by DJ Toon. This is the record that everybody say that they love to hear me do, the most for whatever reason. It's nostalgic in a sense because it's an example of the type of music that I came in the game making. These are the records to me that I do, they so effortless. I'm happy everybody like it, and if I could do an entire album of all of it and still feed my creative spirit, I would. Basically, man, saying that this is the art form and my contribution to the game. And as my art form, I have mastered it, and I own the right to come back and manipulate it however I see fit, and I do it the best. And not only can I tell you that I do it the best, I can show you, like this right here, Trap Back Jumping. Hey, man, this next record is entitled Wild Side, featuring A$AP Rocky, produced by No ID. This record is really a reflection of, I guess you could call it, my childhood. The Wild Side is, probably the side I lived on the most in my childhood. And just letting you know why my actions are sometimes misunderstood and why the things I do, are sometimes on either side of the fence. You know what I'm saying? I do know right from wrong, but when you've been brought up a certain way and you have adopted certain habits for a certain period of time, it may take you a little longer to get away from it than most may think is required. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna talk you to death. I'm gonna let you hear the record. It's Wild Side. Hey, man, what's happening? Next on this ride of ours, man, is a record I like to refer to as Turn Up Time. When it's time to hit the club, or you brought the club to the house and you need to play a record that's gonna make everybody, turn up and get loose as needed. You need a record that is produced by Rico Love, featuring my player partner Lil Wayne. It's affectionately titled Ball. This next record, man, is one of the most memorable features and collaborations that I have had the pleasure of being a part of in my career. It features a legendary artist, not only in Atlanta, but all worldwide, from one of the greatest groups of our times, Outkast. Andre 3000 was kind enough to join me on this record entitled Sorry. Basically, where we list all the reasons we don't owe nobody no apology. Although we've all made mistakes, guess what? So have you. So who is you for us to apologize to? We stand by the good in us and the bad in us, and we accept our shortcomings. But let he, without sin, cast the first stone. Unless you perfect and you know your wings and your halo waiting on you, then shut the fuck up and quit judging me, all right? I say that with all due respect, of course. Sorry. Okay, so this next record is familiar yet different, all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's a familiar way to serve a different dish. It features R. Kelly, It's called Can You Learn? And it's speaking to ladies in a way that men will be able to relate to and understand, you know. It's produced by DJ Monte, and we really just asking ladies if they can appreciate a man during the ups and the downs. Now, that may be a message that has been conveyed before, but never quite like this. Check it out. Now, the next record, man, is one of the first records that we put out for the Trouble Man project, and it's really me just hopping on the dope beat that T- gave me, and just kicking flame, man, from top to bottom. Just reminding everybody why I am that guy, and that I am still him, you know, and that it's stuff out there that I do that nobody else can, and this is a reminder of that. I have all I need, and what I don't, I'm a GOD T.I.P. Come on. All right, man, welcome back, man. On this project, I must say right here, right now, my main intention was to give everybody the sound of T.I. that they were the most familiar with, and things that they could tie back to the first times they heard T.I. Sounds and feelings and emotions that they could tie back to the first time they heard T.I. And also mix them with a more diversified, a broader approach to making music. You know what I'm saying? And that infusion to me is what this album is about. This next song I'm gonna let y'all hear, man, features someone you probably wouldn't expect me to feature with. But if you met this person, you probably would have figured we should have featured a long time ago. She go by the name of Pink. And Pink and I, man, we was on the same label when I first got in the game. We were working on our first albums at the same time. So we've had a relationship for years. I'm just not finding a song that was appropriate for both of our fan bases. And this record is entitled Guns N' Roses, most appropriately. Yeah, man, and if anybody know anything about a T.I. album, then they know that, for one, it's going to ride from top to bottom. And for two, I'm going to take an adequate amount of time out to speak to the ladies. I must do that. It is my duty. So this record, man, is one of those moments, you know, I'm really just sitting back and reflecting with a young lady about how nice of a time we had in my Lamborghini one day, you know. And I'm just really sharing it with the world. It meant so much to me. I enjoyed myself so much that I just had to share it with the world. Who am I to deprive them of such a good time? You know, I must share my experiences with you. So here we is, man, cruising, produced by Lil C. Yeah, man. So, this next record, I'm really, man, I'm venting. You know, I'm venting. I'm going to tell you why. You see, because right now, man, I just see a lot of, can I say fuck shit? Okay, yeah. I see a lot of fuck shit going on, you know, in the game because, and for all the wrong reasons. I spoke earlier about moral standards and principles. When you have that integrity as a man, it's just certain behavior you won't engage in. It's just certain activity you just can't feel good about doing. Simply because, as a man, you know you stand for more than that. That's whether you doing good, whether you doing bad, you on top, you on the bottom, you winning, you losing, on the come up, no matter. You still got to operate under them same principles. And I see right now everybody want to say everybody's name, put everybody on a song. They want to talk about the next motherfucker because they ain't hot. So to get they self hot, they want to talk about niggas who is hot. And you know I've never done that. Anytime I ever had a problem with somebody, I had a problem with that somebody. And if you ask me about it, I'm going to say, yeah, I don't like him because of this. And I don't never need no another nigga shine for me. I got my own. And if I ain't got it, I go get it. You understand? And that's the problem I have. And there's a lot of little motherfuckers out there. They want their time and they want a position. But get what? If you had it, you couldn't take it. You couldn't stand it. Because you ain't got no motherfucking integrity. You weak and soft on the inside. And your actions show it more than I can say it. Addresses, produced by T-. Then that record, man, is a very, very special record. This is one of those diverse hybrid moments here. This is a hybrid of two sounds that are very uncommon, but they're being bridged. That gap is being bridged by a common denominator, which would be me, assisted by CeeLo, produced by Pharrell. This shit sounds special already, don't it? It is entitled Hello. And we really just having a parade for the player haters. We taking the time out to salute those who are not worth saluting, just because if we don't do it, who will? You know what I'm saying? I know you hate me. Guess what? I'm going to love you anyway, because love conquers all. And it keeps me from killing you. And I just, you know what I'm saying, I like my freedom, and my children are expecting me to come home tonight. So instead, I'm going to make this record and hope you see some, hear some in it, and make you want to change yourself. Do better. All right, now this next record, man, is entitled Who Wants Some, produced by DJ Toon. Now, I told you guys that it was going to be a hybrid. It was going to be an infusion of sounds, familiar ones, unfamiliar ones, but this is a very familiar sound. This is a sound that you think about when you think about classic T.I. records like What You Know About That, You Don't Know Me, when you think about Top Back, when you think about, you know, just T.I. just dumbing out on a dope-ass DJ Toon beat. You think about a record like this. And if my album ain't got these records, then it's not a complete T.I. album. So, without further ado, I bring you Who Wants Some. This next record, entitled Wonderful Life, featuring my player partner Akon, produced by Chez. This record, man, it's a conceptual record. I'm speaking in the voices of two near, dear loved ones who have passed away. My partner, Falant, who died in 2006, and my pops, Clifford Harris Sr., Buddy. Now, the first verse is Falant speaking to me as he speaks to me when we speak now. I'm just sharing our conversations with you. I'm basically, you know, detailing the conversation he had with me. And the second verse is another conversation that my father had with me. The third verse is what I say back to them, you know. And, you know, this was very important. This was therapeutic for me because for a long time, I just really held a lot of hurt. But this record, man, is entitled Wonderful Life. Next record, last record on the album, Hallelujah, produced by Rock City. This record is me just, man, really just thanking God for, you know, all that I've gone through, enduring, for his blessing and his mercy and grace. And just, you know, letting him, along with everybody else, know that there's no way I could have made it through all the things I've made it through. And maintain a significant amount of sanity, let alone success, without him and my support system. You know what I'm saying? That's very important that people know that, because I think that in my brash delivery of confidence, a lot of people think that I take certain things for granted. And it's important that I say it from my mouth to y'all ears so y'all know how I feel without guessing. And Hallelujah, man, is just me thanking God, you know, thanking God for allowing me the strength, the knowledge, the wisdom, the sanity, and the patience to navigate myself through all of the nonsense that has existed in my life from then to now. And with that, I hope you have enjoyed Trouble Man as much as I enjoyed delivering it to you. All right? Catch you on the flip side, baby. It's the King. Hustle Gang.